And welcome, everyone, to Coach's Corner. Tonight is big night.
Yes.
We talked about it last night, but tonight is, you see what I got here, Coach, don't you?
Toss, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, Coach. Do you have any idea?
Looks like a pug and a pineapple.
Interesting, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what its significance it has, but hey, tonight, should we score a goal, you'll see the ice littered with these, and it's for a great cause. Coach, you want to talk about the cause?
So this is all for the Indiana Regional Medical Center's pediatric care unit. So this is, I think, our 5th year. Over the course of these 5 years, I think we've donated, I want to say, over 2,000 stuffed animals to the IRMRC. The players get to go up, give the stuffed animals, spend a little bit of time with the patients there. It's great. They have a good time. But that's something that happens after. We gotta take care of business tonight. Toledo University back here at S&T Bank Arena, and we're right back at it.
Yeah, Coach, last night's game was, we won the game by 4 goals, but we weren't pleased after that game. And, we know that we've got to be better, and we've got to be better at especially staying out of the box. I mean, we've got to play the right way. We've got to stop that.
Yeah, it was a focus in the room tonight, in our pre-game meeting with the players. And, one of the things that we mentioned, it's worth sharing here. There's 7 teams in the ACHA Division I that have 100-plus goals for. So they scored 100 goals. And of those 7 teams, IUP is clearly one of them. There's only one team that's over 500 penalty minutes, and that's IUP. And it's definitely a focal point. We're looking to find ways to drive that number down and take penalties when they're necessary, and not as if they're snowflakes that just come over and over and over again.
It's a tough task as well, because we want our boys to play aggressively. We want them to be very hard on the puck, but we've got to play whistle to whistle. We can't get into the altercations and things that happen during a game. I mean, a lot of teams come in here and that's their plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
To take us away from our game.
Yep. And we like to play our game, and we like to dictate tempo, and that's our focus. I mean, I think you said it in the room. This is probably the last time we'll speak of it, and it's now a thing of the past. It's move on to the next chapter. Toledo tonight, and then WVU before the holiday break.
And then we come back second semester for the stretch run, if you will. So, let's talk a little bit about what we liked about last night's effort, Coach. I know we had a lot of penalties and a lot of 4-on-4, 5-on-4, whatever. But what did you take away positively from last night's game?
There's a handful of positives in last night's game. Number one, our transition speed from offense to defense and defense to offense was tremendous. I mean, I think it's one of our assets. Gatesy was phenomenal between the posts. And, I think we got consistent play out of our defensemen last night. So there were a ton of positives. And, we take those, build on those. And, again, tonight's a new night. All that can be 100% better or 1,000 times better.
Right. I echo your sentiments on the goaltending. Was really good last night. Gatesy bounced back. He played really well. Made one incredible save with the paddle of his stick, if you can recall that early in the game, Coach.
Yep. I think it's his second major big save against Toledo. When we were on the road down there, he made something that really shouldn't happen in a collegiate hockey game. That save, and then last night was kind of little sister save to that. So he's incredible post to post. He's a tall goaltender. Toledo was trying to find ways to get him to move side to side and get him off balance, and he had nothing to do with it. And this tandem that we have tonight, we see Stalzy on teddy bear night, and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the change tonight in the lineup, and a little different look for the Hawks tonight.
Yeah, a little different look. Driving towards much more physicality in our play and consistency. We had a couple guys banged up and just bumped enough that we keep them out of the lineup for tonight. We'll see Nate Miola in the middle, which is a new addition. Nate's been with us. He's a tremendous hockey player, young kid, getting his 3rd start tonight in a Hawk jersey. So a little bit of speed, a little bit of different down the middle, and a lot of the same up front.
Let's talk a little bit about the addition we're bringing up from D3, Clayton Blucher.
So he's the leading scorer. We are in constant communication with that coaching staff, and we watch their practices. The scouting report on him and what we've observed, he's a player that has a pretty good hockey IQ. He's a north and south player. Can finish when you need him to, but he's also gritty enough to play. So we'll take a look at him. He'll be wearing number 12 tonight and playing along Nathan Miola. and Dominic Trimber.
Yeah, we're excited to see him play tonight. He's averaging over 1.5 points a game at D3, and I think he's almost a goal a game. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits here at the higher level tonight. So we're excited for that as well. But, Coach, I got a couple questions from the mailbag. I told you I would have them.
And I have one that's been nagging me all week. So
yeah, well, we want to get that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't exit the weekend without bringing that to the forefront. So I get a note from a friend. It's light up night in their hometown.
Interesting.
It's exciting, and light up night. What do the Glavishes have any traditions as far as when they decorate their tree? Anything like that?
So I this is embarrassing. Our tradition is we're the only house on our street that doesn't put a Christmas light up. So that's the number one tradition. And we've been a live Christmas tree family since we moved to Indiana. And this weekend is the weekend. Once we get done with this game, Sunday's the day that we'll go out and cut down a live tree at one of our local Indiana farms, Christmas tree capital of the world. And that's when it starts. So the festivities get going, but don't look for a big light show at the
No, not tonight, huh, Coach? All right, maybe in the future. Yep. All right. You say you got something for me in the mailbag?
I got an email from again a fan that either watches our practices online, and we do have people that come and watch our practices Wednesday afternoon. And their observation was, hey, I saw Coach Hanzo carrying a wooden stick. Is that his regular stick or is that a special occasion? What say you for your wooden stick at practice?
Coach, the glow hasn't worn off yet from getting that wooden stick. Coach Glavich was nice enough to get me a wooden stick that I've been searching for every town we go to, every pro shop. Can't find one. I got excited. Buffalo Pro Shop had them, but they were left-handed. But I got myself a Sherwood wooden stick, and first time I went down on practice, I scored a goal and I kept the puck. It's on my mantle now. It brings me back to the days of youth. Wooden hockey sticks. What's the world coming to, Coach?
Well, let's close with this because warm-ups are going. I'm sure you're the only coach that's using a wooden hockey stick in the ACHA.
Sometimes it's good to be different, right?
Yep.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoy the game.
Thank you.
Let's go Hawks.
Yep.
evening, everybody, and welcome to S&T Bank Arena here in the overcast Indiana, Pennsylvania. My name is Peyton Trollinger. Joined alongside of me is Alexander Donaldson. For the color analyst, I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight. Last night, these two teams faced off. IUP victorious 6-2 in that one. Plenty of offense in that second period, Alex. 3 unanswered goals by the Crimson Hawks. What does Toledo need to do differently for a more respectable matchup tonight?
Well, I think you come out of the gates and you drop the first one on Friday night. You need to come out and be a disciplined team. And honestly, I don't want to analyze anything before a puck drop, but this bench is certainly looking a lot loose, and they're chirping back and forth before the puck even hits the ice. Obviously not something you want, especially for such a significant night as the Teddy Bear Toss game. So hopefully that team can clean up their act a little bit and, well, get some consistency going and get in the game early.
Let's see what happens as puck drop is underway. Maddox Rurick forechecking along the far side wall. Scrum alongside. Toledo will clear it down the ice, and most certainly an icing. As you said, Alex, tonight is the Teddy Bear Toss matchup. We've been broadcasting it and advertising over these past few games. So as soon as that lamp, the metaphorical lamp, lights for IUP the first time, be ready to see some squishy creatures being thrown out onto the ice. And all these creatures will be donated to IRMC patients after the game. Really great cause that IUP does. And a shot by London in tight. Michelezzi there to save a shot from the point. Another pad save by Michelezzi. Here's London trying to get that puck down to Adams. He loses it. Now Toledo recovers. Going to chip it out of their own end to the neutral zone. It'll go down the ice for another. No icing here, Alex.
Yeah, some contact in the neutral zone on the line change, and that puck came down a little bit slower. I think they were looking for an icing, though.
Here's Metric in the far corner. Gets past his man. He still has to get past a few more. That one turned over by Mayer. Mayer, the captain, passes this one up to Messier. Goal scorer last night. Now behind Stahl, picking that one up is Shane Miller. Alongside the near boards. Still trying to battle for possession. Sinicki comes away with it. Getting that puck up to Malloy. Stick lifted along the boards. Toledo is still in the zone. Puts a shot from the point. Does get through. I think it was tipped on net by Messier, but it'll go wide.
Yeah, really dangerous chance there, and Stahl making the save early. Really close in the deflection.
Sinicki can't clear this puck. Toledo's putting the pressure on. Now here's Metric in his own end. Justin Metric, he's got to watch behind him, though. Leaves the zone, chips that one up to Shane Miller. Miller looking for options. Goes over to Chase Malloy. He scores, and the Teddy Bears rain down at S&T Bank Arena.
I didn't make it all the way, but a great goal as Malloy was able to take it all the way. Beautiful goal to start the scoring. 1-0, just 2 minutes in, not even. Chase Malloy gets on the board. He's been a good player so far this season, and he's contributed to the team, not only scoring but also setting up plays. Last night having 2 assists, and he starts things off with a goal today.
And what a beautiful feed by Shane Miller. The whole play was started by Justin Metric in his own end, and a beautiful pass to Chase Malloy. And now they got to clean up the Teddy Bears, and we have a couple names that need to be announced for the cleanup crew. They are members of the IYHA U14 team, coached by Gavin Cummins and Dominic Glavich, Carter Bellaford, Samuel Fritsch, Connor Soley, Balin Peter, Kellen Cavier, Jack Piccola, Nick Krismanek, and Lucas Armstrong. We thank you for getting out on the ice and cleaning up those Teddy Bears. Again, these will be going to IRMC patients. Thank you all who have donated to support the program and the IRMC.
Talking about some of the alumni for IUP coaching that team, obviously between Cummings and Glavich, 2 past captains of this IUP team. It's great to see that they're getting involved in the community and their boys out there helping with the cleanup effort down there on the ice. And then all those animals. Do we have a tally on how many animals are being donated?
I was not able to get an official tally, but It looks like a lot of them out there.
Yes, certainly a lot down there. And again, all the plush animals will go to the pediatric wing of the IRMC, the local hospital here in Indiana. You'll love to see it. Obviously, one of the co-directors out there with the puck drop earlier this game. And, well, IUP figures out the Toledo defense pretty early, gets on the board 1-0.
And just like that, puck drop in, turnover right away, shot through traffic by Nadeau. That one blocked away. Toledo in the zone, turned over. Here's Sinicki leaving his own end. Chips that one up to Boker. Wild takes a swing at it, he misses.
And that's going to be a hand pass, and I think they were banking on man getting a stick on it, but no contact, and it'll be a defensive zone draw for Toledo. You got to have better awareness than that in the neutral zone.
Also, for anyone watching on YouTube, trying to get a scoreboard operator. No one came over to operate that, so very, very sorry. But we're going to keep the action to you. 17:37 to go in the first period. Chase Malloy, the difference maker for IUP. It's 1-0.
And 2-0 on the shot board as
well.
Oh,
and a turnover right and close in. Stahl comes up big on a point-blank shot.
Well, never mind then.
That was a nasty turnover that Toledo forced and had a really good shot, but Stahl with a big glove save there. Here's Fetzer knocking it in deep. Getting that one, Ferreria. Quick line change for the Rockets. Are going to reset in their own end. Taking this one up is Ferreria. Gets it through, and that one not going to be icing. It's waved off. Tip right in front, and the pad saved by Stahl. Taking that one out of trouble was Dunham. Toledo still going at this one. It's LeBeau down at the far end. Donovan picks it up behind the net. He's going to look to clear this zone. Toledo's making it difficult for him. Puck finally leaves the blue. Here's Dominic Trimber. Trimber pulls a move. Going behind the net, Mitchell Leslie plays this one out. Now leaving the zone for Toledo is Brown. Brown tip pass, trying to find LeBeau. Trimber avoids the hit and clears that puck out, but it goes into the bench. Face-off coming up.
Yeah, the stick of Trevor Stokes and how to play. I'd like to see Toledo using some different weapons. Earlier you saw Neistat right on the doorstep. He had that pretty bat play to get that shot on Stahl. And again, going with their depth instead of last night. They went to their goal scorers mainly. That's where they got their shots from. And tonight, well, they're getting shots from anybody. And they're trying to get on the board, already down by 1, only 4 minutes in.
Miola blocking that one. Still in the Toledo zone, applying a heavy forecheck. Getting pressured, Beaverson as he retreats behind the net. Got a tip by Adams, he couldn't keep it in. Now Donovan plays this one in his own blue. Couldn't get that puck out, and he wants a whistle. He's not going to get it, though. Going behind the net is Pellegrino, the offensive defenseman. That one picked off by Adams, and a hooking call going against IUP, I believe.
A little bit of a weaker call, I think, coming around the net. Obviously, you have a puck-moving defenseman like Pellegrino. He's using his legs, and see, London is the guilty party here. But, again, coming around the net, getting that stick out, it's tough to keep up with those shifty defensemen, but it's going to be 2 minutes against IUP. Now we look at the power play unit for Toledo. Last night, 2 for 4. Obviously highly efficient as opposed to IUP, only 1 for 4 last night. As Toledo will play with it from their own end and trying to start things off. Obviously last night had a tough time getting the puck to the net, but they had good puck movement on the outside. But right now, can't get set up in the offensive zone.
They cannot. I don't know if you mentioned, I was trying to work on some behind-the-scenes work, but Toledo had a really good power play last night, ended up 2 for 4. Both goals they scored came on the power play. First one came from Trevor Stokes, the second one coming from Nick Messier.
Yeah, it's an interesting look for Toledo. Most teams are going to put 4 or 5 forwards out there. We saw IUP do that last night. Toledo comes into this power play opportunities, and they still have 2 defensemen out there because their defensemen are so heavily involved with the offensive push.
Very nice aggressive set by IUP. A couple shots by Maddox Rurick there. Michelezzi was there. Now with some speed along the far side is Nadeau, leading point scorer for this Toledo Rocket team. Is that shot? Rockets a little far of the net. Up at the point, here's Pellegrino. Gets it to his partner. Shot and an easy glove save for Jared Stahl.
Another shot coming in from the point. Toledo is going to get their second power play unit out there. Their first unit, look, they had trouble getting out of their own end. Once they got into the offensive zone, they did get their shot off, but again, took too much time, almost halfway through this power play already. A shot comes in, goes high over the outstretched blocker of Jared Stahl. Again, the shots from Toledo are coming from the outside of the faceoff circles normally, not getting too many shots inside, due in part to IUP's aggressive penalty kill.
Here's a shot, and that one blocked by his own man. Only 45 seconds. Booming slap shot by Messier, and it finds the back of the net and circles right back out. It's a tie game at 1.
A huge clapper from just outside of the faceoff circle beats Stahl just under the glove side. And when you're a goaltender in that situation, he had 3-4 bodies in front of him. No idea where that puck was coming from and beats him just under the glove.
What a shot by Nick Messier. He's able to clap that one past Jared Stahl. He's a little shaken up, but this one continues as Toledo strikes on the power play yet again. Face-off win. Toledo with some pressure. That shot roofs and it'll hit the net. It's a much more aggressive Rockets squad than last night. They played a really good first period last night as well. Didn't have a goal to show for it, but now early on in this first period, they found the back of the net.
Well, you say the term aggressive, and I think this team is is more confident, but I don't know if that necessarily means they're more aggressive because they're taking the shots from far out, but they're keeping calm. They're not chasing the shot immediately like they were last night and taking guys out of position. They know where they're playing on the ice. They know their assignments. Playing well in the offensive zone. Now they got to do it with IUP on even strength.
Here's Chase Malloy. He'll dump that one behind the net. Oh, and there's Shane Miller with a nice hit on the boards, but he's going to get called for it. Delayed call now. Into the zone is Nick Messier. He's bodied by the defenseman, Soy. Up through the point. That one going to be touched by Malloy, and there will be a penalty against Shane Miller, most likely for boarding or cross-checking. And this hot power play unit's going to have another shot.
Yeah, almost immediately. The last whistle, of course, was the goal. And now the unit comes back out to try to capitalize. Now it's interesting. Look, we'll see the first power play unit out there. They weren't fruitful before. But I think over on the benches, IUP is going to take a little bit of time to discuss how to better react to the Toledo power play. Obviously, they played more of a zone coverage and just stayed in the middle trying to block the shot. That wasn't fruitful. In fact, the goal that they scored was because of the screen in front. So expect IUP to be a lot more aggressive over these next 2 minutes.
Hockey's an adaptive sport. You got to be able to go with the flow of pace and try to counter your opponent. That's a great stick by Maddox Rurick. Prevents the one-timer. And that puck retreats down to the Rockets side.
Yeah, really proactive play by Maddox Rurick to get that stick out there, reading that pass, knowing where he was on the ice, and poking it just across the blue line. Toledo, this is where they struggled. They have a lot of trouble getting in their own ends with a man advantage.
Good play by Kyle Ziemba, and a delayed whistle yet again.
This one will be against Toledo. It's going to be cleared all the way down, and it was a delayed offside.
You know, at least we thought. The officials faking us out there. Gaining some speed is Trevor Stokes. He breaks through the defense. Pad save by Stahl. Another try. Stopped by Stahl. Here's Pellegrino at the point. Great stick by London, and he'll force that one to the neutral zone.
Yeah, London using his physicality there, but behind him, obviously the best penalty killer out there, your goaltender, making a huge play, not only stopping the initial shot, but also shutting down the rebound opportunity.
Here's Messier entering the offensive zone. He'll go down low. Send that one to the other side. Scrum along the boards, looking to see who's going to come away with that one. Sinicki does, and IUP tried to clear it, but that one was blocked away. Chopping at it is Oviedo. Adams trying to get a stick in there. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Just under the 12-minute mark of this first period. Here's a shot by Oviedo. That one not covered up. Another try and stalls there twice.
Another great job accounting for his rebound and making the play.
Here's a shot from the point. Another try. That one not covered. Another as he covers it up. Got control of it. Couldn't get the shot away. And a break for IUP.
London doing a great job to clear there. And I thought there was a hook. The stick came out. It was under his arm. No call, and he's able to make the play.
Here's Jeffrey Boker putting the work on in the offensive zone. Coming away with it is Richie Wild. Wild dumps that one down behind the net to Boker. Boker to the Sean Donovan at the point, puts a shot on. It trickles above the pad.
Good deflection in front by the IUP forwards.
Here's Fetzer up to Ziemba. Ziemba looks, puts a shot on into the trapper of Nicolezzi.
So, Peyton, before the game, you mentioned something, and we were talking to the players a little bit, but you talked about them practicing their hand-eye coordination in front. And we've seen that twice on that last rush, guys being in front and the point shot coming in. Obviously, like you said, great observation, and they're using that today.
Yeah, there was lots of deflections last night for IUP. Spencer Johnston, who is actually sitting right next to me, had a couple of them as well. But you know, you gotta use what you can, and hockey's a sport about bounces, and you just gotta get lucky sometimes as the whistle blows.
Yeah, speaking of bounces, Toledo a little bit unlucky trying to get something started in the offensive zone. A little too handsy with the puck, though, outside of their own D zone.
You know, here's a face-off just out of the IUP zone. Boker wins that one back. Ziemba looks for a through. Good step by Toledo, and they're going the other way. With it is Riddick. He stops, gives it to his partner, Beaverson. Couldn't get the shot through. Boker stops and turns. Now Ziemba will dump that one out in the hopes of Jacob Fetzer getting there. And here's a foot race for the puck. No icing called.
Yeah, Fetzer wasn't able to touch that puck because of the deflection on the high stick, but it did wave off the icing.
Now here's Beaverson. He's going to get past Aiden Seitz, who steps up, puts a shot on, and a big pad save by Stahl.
Stahl is having a great night thus far. 6 shots against him. All of them have been high quality, and he's been up to the challenge.
Now IUP stuck in their own end. Can they get out? Trimbers hit along the boards. Toledo keeps it in. Now that one cleared out to the Toledo zone. Gets a stick on it. No icing here. Dunham retreats in his own end. Plays that one along the boards. And now here we go. Here's Nathan Miola. Miola gains the zone. That one dumps down further. Playing that puck up is Aiden Seitz. He's pinned along the boards. 9:35 to play in this first period. We're knotted at 1. Battle behind the net, and Toledo comes away with it. Good puck battle win. Here's Seitz picking up in neutral ice. Loses it. Now Miola. Circles in his own end. Now Dunham passes that one up to, excuse me, I don't think he was on my roster. Now Toledo will gain the puck in the neutral zone and dump that one in. Get a couple of the defensemen off the ice. They're tired. Adams gaining speed, exiting his own zone. Here's Jordan Adams. Gets it to London, puts a shot on, and that one just high of the cage.
Beautiful design, combining Adams' speed and London's physicality to create space. Love that design by IUP, just wide of the net.
Now Oviedo finds Messier, and an attempted tip just wide of the stick of Mayer. Now here's an opportunity as Trent London's in the zone. London puts a shot on. That one bounced off the pads. He's not out of trouble yet as Soy couldn't get it past. Another try. That one not covered. Behind the net, in close. Adams couldn't get a good stick on it, and that puck goes into the corner.
If Adams were a right-handed shot, that would be 2-1 right there with the pass just off the mark. Lost in his skates and in the slot, unable to do it. But good job by Nicolezzi to make that play and step up to the challenge 3 times on that dangerous rush by IUP's top line.
Now heading up the ice is Sinicki as he pulls the move on the enforcer. Here's Adams slipping past the defense. We'll bat that one behind the net. Metric battling for it now. Gains possession. Here's a short pass to Ziemba. Great defense by the Rockets. Now back the other way is Nadeau, and he's tripped up. No call made, though. IUP's lucky on that one.
That's a rough call. I agree with the no call there. Just contact in the middle, and it's unable to recover. That's a cross check, and that'll be called. He'll sit. Nadeau will go off.
And they're going to call that interference against Toledo. And as you said, Alex, I'm not entirely sure the missed call, the trip by IUP. They missed that one.
Yeah, I tend to disagree with that, with the fans' protest over here as we're situated next to the Toledo fans. But again, they wanted to call there in the center ice, and there was a little bit of contact, but it was well before he hit the ice. And no call there, but you got to control yourself. Like I said at the beginning of the game, got to control yourself. Now he's put his team man under.
Now Miller will dump that one down. Attempted clear, cannot get it out. London keeps it in. Down low to Miller. Miller looks over his options up to Donovan. Donovan couldn't get it back to London. Messier gets a stick on it and will wrap it hard around the boards.
Crimson Hawks with a little bit of a new look here on the power play. Jeffrey Boker getting some top-line power play unit action, as well as Shane Miller out there.
Now the speedy Maddox Rurick along the left-hand side will go behind the net. Pulls a move. Looks up, down. First pass blocked. Now here's Boker. He's pinned on the boards. Battle with Pellegrino. Rurick chopping away at it. Here's Miller. Sends it up to Ziemba. Over to London. 1:05 to go on the power play. Boker lets it rip, and that one just a little wide.
I think he was looking for the stick blade of Shane Miller right in the blue paint.
Good shot block by Toledo. Here's London in tight, and he tried to get it to Boker. Couldn't get a stick on it on the bouncing puck. Here's Rurick. Fakes a shot up to Ziemba. Ziemba puts a shot on right into the trapper of Nicolezzi.
Gillespie so far tonight, great job in net as well. That's now his 8th shot against. And that glove hand has certainly been challenged. Obviously, last night he had a little bit of playing time in that third period. There was a wardrobe malfunction. A skate blade came off for the starter Snyder last night. But, yeah, picking off where he left off last game, he kept his team a little bit in it. Obviously, it was a high-scoring game. But so far today, only 1 goal against.
That one over to Ziemba. 35 seconds ago on the power play. Here's Malloy at the point. Malloy saucers to Ziemba. Puts a shot on. Hits the post. Ziemba gets it again. Down low to Metric. Metric. Quick pass, and that one cleared out by Toledo.
It's one of those things you just got to look up at the rafters after one of those shots. Right off the post. So close to converting on this power play. We saw some power play posts last night as well. IUP's got to be frustrated out there as the stats are not looking good for their power play unit.
A quick pass to Metric, played out by Nicolezzi, even strength now. That one taken in neutral ice. Ziemba will clear that one in further. Settled by Pellegrino, and that one shot into the Toledo bench. And a face-off at 5:15 to go in the first.
Yeah, Laser sent out a play to get the whistle and get a full line change on both sides of the puck. See what IUP can do with the final 15 and a quarter.
Looks like the officials are conversing over at the Rockets bench. And looks like we're going to get back into hockey action as Nathan Miola enters the offensive zone face-off dot. We'll battle against Forinsky. Faked everybody out. He tied up on the draw. Fetzer gets it back, puts a shot on, and that one blocked by Forinsky. He's going to carry this one. Forinsky. He's stick lifted by Miola from behind. And that pass just missing the fresh skates of Forinsky. That puck sent the length of the ice. No icing here as Dunham goes to collect it in the corner boards. That one not kept in by Toledo. Goes to the neutral zone. Miola tripped up, no call made. That one off the boards to Fetzer. He misses it, and Wild will dump it in further.
Physicality starting to pick up. Last night it took until the second period for the bodies to really start getting thrown around, but we're seeing it now.
Fetzer pulls a move, and he can't quite finish it off, and it'll just be covered up by Michelezzi, and some pleasantries being exchanged, Alex.
Well, Fetzer making that move there, I don't know if it was as much as trying to get to the net as well as avoiding the body coming at him, but he did a good job at avoiding the hit and getting that puck on goal, drawing the offensive zone face-off. And we'll see what IUP can do. Looks like they're going to be 4-on-4 Coincidental Miners.
Yep, the Coincidental Miners going against Nathan Niola and Trevor Stokes.
Yeah, Soy signaling to the bench. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey. IUP's going to take a second before sending their men out there. And 4-on-4 so entertaining with the extra ice room out there. And we've been blessed with a ton of 4-on-4 over the past 2 games.
Yes, we saw a lot of action last night. These two teams, not the most disciplined, but like you said, Alex, 4-on-4 is a very entertaining way to watch the sport as Pellegrino enters the zone.
It's not that they're not disciplined. They just like getting under each other's skin.
Doyle sends that to Pellegrino, picked off by Miller. Miller chips that one up. Here's Malloy trying to pull a move, and great defense by Nadeau.
You and I both saw that opportunity there.
Shot by Nadeau, and he fans on that one. Cleared away by Sinicki. Here's Malloy. He's going to send that one in the zone. No icing going to be here. Gets that puck first. Miller settles that one down. Trying to protect that puck against Mayer. They're fighting for that puck along the corner boards. Miller and Malloy tangled up in there. 3:25 to go in this first period. 1 minute to go on the Coincidental Miners. Here's Eric Dennis picking that one off, and he's hit along the boards, the Toledo bench, and they respond in kind.
Rough open ice hit there, and a good job of still getting that puck down there, and Toledo's just going to take their time getting out of their zone. They might have gotten the hit there, but they're killing time.
Now here's Messier. Messier enters the zone, and great stick by Adams as he turns this one over. Jordan Adams, he's on the left wing side. He's going to put a shot on right into the letters of Michelezzi.
Great awareness by Adams. Knew that the defensemen were taking a little bit. Obviously, they had been out there for the last minute and a half, and so giving them a little bit of a break, taking that shot, letting them get onto the bench and get fresh faces out on the ice. Good awareness by number 5. Just throw that on net and get that whistle.
2:49 to go in this first period. 25 seconds to go of 4-on-4 hockey. Defensive zone draw for the Rockets. Adams wins it back. Sinicki keeps it in at the point. He's going to send that one in further. Getting there to keep it in is Adams. He can't keep it in, and that one turned over by Toledo. Working in the high slot, and Adams avoids any further action by Toledo. Here's Rarick, pulls a move. Rarick forced on his backhand, and great defense by the Rockets.
Rarick fresh off the bench there in that situation. Good awareness to get part of that play.
Stokes forced off the puck by Soy, and he'll dump that one on the other side.
5-on-5 now for both teams.
Soy attempted clear.
Too many men, and that should have been called. I'm glad that somebody yelled that from the stands, but it was a oddly pedestrian line change. Normally, the referee's going to catch you on that.
Catching a break there, entering the zone. The shot blocked by Pellegrino. That one dumped back into the neutral zone. The Rockets have to reset. They'll dump it in even further behind Stahl. Getting there is Messier. He's pinned on by Dunham. Coming away with it is the Yellows. Puts a shot on right into the chest of Stahl, and he's going to hold on.
Yeah, it's been a little while since Stahl's been tested last, but stepped up for that 7th shot. And made that save in the crease all the way from way outside. Obviously, like we said earlier, Toledo focusing on those outside shots and those long-range attack options, and Stahl's been up to the challenge so far.
Defensive zone draw won by IUP. Quick pass out in front, a good stick by Stahl, and IUP goes the other way. If they hurry, they have a chance here. Metric gets a stick on it, keeps it in. Puts a shot on in close, and Michelezzi there with the pad.
Great job by Metric to still get that shot off. It looked like a broken play, but he was able to forecheck, get possession back, get a shot on net.
In his own end, with the puck, Nate Brown, kept in by Seitz, but not for long. Struggling in the neutral zone to get a play is Nadeau, but he spins off of Miller. He's brought down to the ice, and fanned on the shot was Toledo. Now back the other way is the dangerous Chase Malloy. Malloy puts it through a defender, puts an in-close shot on. That puck now covered by Michelezzi as we are just over the 45-second mark of the first period.
Just barely covered, too. Obviously, under that right pad, was poking out a little bit. Metric took a swing, and well, obviously last night, if there's anything to know from last night, it's do not draw crowds after those whistles. There's a nice play by Malloy to get it to the net, get that shot on, and Metric trying to follow up with the rebound. Good job by Michelezzi to hold on to that puck and not allow for that rebound. Another man hitting the ice with no contact.
Here's Keaton. He'll get it down the ice. Donovan picks it up. Jawing away at it. Now Dennis in his own end. Gets that one up to Boker. Give and go with Fetzer. Now back to Boker. Boker stops on a dime. He's hit off the puck. Now trying to get that puck free. Toledo poking away at it. Still not free. 12 seconds to go in the period. Toledo finally comes away with it. Wild. He's hit by Keaton. Kind of a messy play here. And Wild will send that one back in.
Whoa.
Played away by Michelezzi, and that will be the end of the first period. A very entertaining and confusing end to the first period, but we're tied up at 1. Toledo looking a lot more confident in this first period than last night. Alex, any final thoughts?
Yeah, the tender doing his job, stepping up to make the plays. He faced 12 shots in that first period, and a lot of those were over the last 10 minutes. Great job by the goalkeeper on both sides of the puck. Honestly, this is a far more entertaining game. Both teams are getting some quality opportunities.
And we will see what we have in store for the second period of action in 15 minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Overcast, Indiana, Pennsylvania, where we have the second period of action between the Crimson Hawks and the Rockets. Coming up here shortly, pretty even first period of play, 12-7 in favor of IUP in the shot department, and we're still tied up at 1, Alex.
Yeah, both teams really putting on a great defensive performance. We saw it last night. Obviously, last night it felt more like they were coming out and feeling each other out, but tonight, or I should say this afternoon, Toledo has come out all firing on all cylinders. Both teams had impressive offensive showings in the first, 2-on-1.
Here's another try. Stahl can't find it, and he kicks that one out somehow. A diving save as he lays out for that one. And already Toledo putting on the gas. Max Rick couldn't get that puck out. A shot from the point. That one pushed aside by Stahl.
You got to find their man. Everybody's playing different assignments out there right now, and defense needs to get set up as the offense is already there.
Here's Adams trying to clear that one out. Hits the roof of S&T Bank. And, something I'm noticing, last night, obviously Toledo didn't get the win. They played really good the first period. They got the goal in the second period. But tonight, this looks like a completely new group. They look so much more confident, as you mentioned, in the first period. They look like they know what they're doing. They know where they're going to pass it. Much more aggressive.
Well, I'll say this, and I don't want to eat too much into the actual game time, but on the opening faceoff, this team looks very dangerous, and they keep that momentum up. The difference between last night and tonight is they're getting shots off of that, and they're forcing offensive zone draws and keeping that momentum on their side. They're keeping it up, and they're playing their game plan.
Now Malloy takes that puck out, taken by Miller into the zone. Trying to stick this puck out. Miller hits the ice. Can't get clean control of that one, as that one is in control of the Rockets. With it is Messier. Good defense by Sinicki. Picked right up by Oviedo. Now a shot blocker stop by Stahl. Here's Metric on the pass. Good block in neutral ice by the Rockets. 18.5 to play in this second period. Still 1-1. Now here's a try. That one, good block by Soy. Wrapped around the boards. Toledo keeps it. Up at the point. Passes that one across the ice. Puts a shot on. Stahl there.
Nice job by the right arm to make sure that puck was cleared wide.
Miller with the attempted clear hits the shin of a defenseman. He's going to play this one up as IUP gets a quick change. Here's Aiden Seitz. Stick lifted from behind, picked up by Nadeau.
Yeah, great play coming right off the bench and quietly getting in position to make the play and get control.
Nadeau gaining speed, tried to cross that one. Great block, and that one just a little wide. Another try by Pellegrino. That one's high of Stahl. Toledo still buzzing in the zone. Good stick by Fetzer, and he'll dump that one out.
Toledo's forcing IUP on their heels. Their first 3 lines of this game have both of all registered shots on goal, or at least scoring opportunities, and they're still looking dangerous.
Here's Bassan on the forehand, passes that one, no one's there. Jacob Fetzer gets this one out, but he can't clear the zone. Boker picks it up, sends that one to Richie Wild, stops and gives it right back to him. Boker enters the zone. He's forced on the boards by Pellegrino. I think the puck is under Jeffrey Boker. No whistle has been called just yet. And now there's a scrum. Coming away with that is IUP. Leaves that one back for Wild. Pass up to Ziemba. Ziemba up to Donovan, puts a shot on, and that one stopped by Michelezzi. Miola hits the ground, fans on the shot. Great defense by Pellegrino.
Toledo's doing a great job at tying up the puck carrier.
Miola puts a shot on, that one wide. Ziemba from the point, and that one tips off the goaltender and into the netting.
Lots of contact there in the slot. I think it was Trimber going on a puck battle with Beaverson right in front of the net. And obviously resulted in the puck deflecting up high, but you got to watch that if you're a defenseman. You don't want to alter your goaltender's vision too much. If you do that, he's not going to see the puck coming in, and it could be a goal against from a point shot.
Now Off the face-off. That one cleared out by Toledo, but dumped right back in by Ziemba. Here's Blucher. The call up from the Division III squad. Now a quick pass to Ziemba. One too many passes. Now Toledo still in the zone, circling back with it is Nate Brown.
Yeah, Trimber playing very close to the net there. Had a man on him in front. Forced Ziemba to force that pass a little bit further back. And obviously a little bit wayward. But IUP trying to keep control in the offensive zone.
Seems to be a board pin on that far side. No movement of that puck. And the official is going to blow the whistle.
You know, as Miola had the skate on it and was holding it there. But Toledo's doing a great job at trying to suffocate IUP's play. We saw a lot last night. IUP was able to cycle that puck around the net and use that extra space. Well, they're taking it away, and they're forcing their men against the boards to the outside, and IUP's forwards just haven't had an attack. Now they're going to get their top line out there, and the first line in every position that they have want to be out there on this faceoff, trying to get something going in the offensive zone.
Rierick wins the draw, tried to push that one forward, but the bodies of Toledo wouldn't let that happen.
We'll say IUP's also cleaned up their entries. No offsides against them so far.
Now here's a break for Fawinski. Centers that one! And Toledo, just like that, is up on top. Nicholas LeBeau makes it 2-1.
His third goal of the season comes right on the doorstep. And a pretty passing play right through the blue paint. Tough for Stahl to handle. Just couldn't play aggressive enough. Had to account for the initial shot, elected for the pass, and it was a slam dunk play by LeBeau to put their team up by 1 goal.
And you know they got to be feeling good. You know, this is a team that they don't have a lot of wins on the season, and they're playing almost a David Goliath type of situation here, playing IUP. So you know they got to be buzzing over there on the bench as LeBeau strikes to give Toledo the first lead of the series.
And this, for IUP, this is why you keep your top line out there. They need to generate some offensive pressure, get some momentum back on their side.
Now here's a quick chance by Maddox. Rierick puts a shot on, backhand, forehand, and a great job by Mitchell Leslie to stay with him.
We'll see what the IUP bench does here. And it looks like it's going to be a line change for the defensemen, but the forwards stay out there. Again, they've been out there since before the goal was scored, so they are definitely tired. And now they're going up against fresh new faces for Toledo. Full line change for the yellow jerseys.
Defensive zone draw won by the Rockets. Messier picks that one up behind his net. A whistle here.
There's a little bit of contact behind the net. London has his palms up. And the referee's going to go to the red line as if to announce a penalty.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Trent London will make IUP shorthanded, and Toledo's back on the power play.
Yeah, I don't know what the official call was there. Again, there was contact behind it. Looked like it was a yellow jersey holding him back behind the net. Obviously a tie-up in the offensive zone with the puck outside of the zone. Your forward's not going to want to be there anyway. To me, it doesn't make sense, the situation that he was in. But either way, he sits, and Toledo's deadly power play gets another opportunity.
Won back by the Rockets. It's shot by Stokes, and that one covered up by Stahl. While we have a little bit of a break in the action, we got to announce the Movember Mustache Challenge. As of now, we got a little bit of an update before the game. Connor Winsky with a $100 donation puts him up top, $436. Eric Dennis right behind him with $367, and a shot goes a little high. Now here's Nadeau in the zone. Pellegrino, slap shot from the point. That one blocked by Mayer. He takes it himself. With it is Nadeau. Nadeau in tight. Gets it over to Pellegrino. That shot way wide.
Great job by Ziemba to stay with the puck there. Stayed in the shot lane as to not allow a clean shot on goal, but didn't take him out of position, playing too aggressive on that puck. Hey, he sits back and he's able to get it clear there. Great job there by number 73.
IP needs a quick change here. Minute 15 to go on the power play as Ziemba dumped that one down. Forgetting the puck there was Pellegrino. He's going to reset the power play. On the far side, Toledo enters the zone. And he blows a tire, and an IUP clear, they'll take that.
Yeah, good thing he hit those boards right, but on those kind of, blown tires there behind the net, they can be dangerous. Good to see that the skater's up and ready to go.
Ferreira having trouble breaking out. Forecheck by Richie Wild.
And this is a trend that we saw last night. IUP does a great job, and honestly, throughout the season, their forecheck
Richie
on the
Wild
penalty
in
kill.
tight, and he just loses the puck, and a whistle blown, and I believe we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey, Alex.
And that's exactly what I saw there as he came around, had a little bit of contact behind, didn't allow him to get the complete shot off, and a slash called. The man will sit for Toledo. And that also kills their power play.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker for the Rockets. Looked like they had something going in the offensive zone, but they're going to have to wait as they got to kill this, and then IUP will be on the power play.
Yeah, we'll see if IUP can get something going 4-on-4. This is a different 4-on-4 roster than we've seen.
Shot in traffic, in tight, and he waits and scores. IUP ties it up at 4-on-4, and we have a brand new game.
Patience and some persistence, absolutely the two headlines on that goal by Miller. Able to break through the contact in the face-off circle, break free, get on the doorstep, and bury that rebound. Slam dunk play just outside the blue paint. And that's frustrating for Toledo, getting that one-goal lead, and now it's been a race before the power play even starts.
Shane Miller so patient and so crafty when he has that puck in tight. And it pays off there as he gets it past Michelezzi. Now here's Soy getting that one down the ice. Now Toledo will reset in their own end. Here's Stokes. Stokes fakes his man out, picks up some steam, entering the offensive zone. Stokes puts a shot on that one just wide of stall.
Beautifully designed play by Toledo there, seemingly catching IUP off guard. They were not expecting a shot in that situation.
Nadeau losing it to London.
That's
Going for a quick
5-on-4.
change, and IUP on the power play. London with some speed. London leaves it to Miller. Miller pushes it up, works along the corner. Down low, up high to Rarick. Puts a shot on, and that one into the chest of Michelezzi.
Seen all the way, no traffic in front. Miller just couldn't get to that area, and due in part to the great stick tie up by Nate Brown, one of the headlining defensemen. And hey, he uses his body in that situation, able to box out his man and allow his goaltender a clear view of where that shot was coming from.
Tied up on the draw. IUP gets it. Rarick over up high to Donovan. Donovan quick over to Rarick, and good try. Puts that puck down, and a great stop by the the Toledo defense.
Yeah, net came off a little bit on that stop, but a good job by the goaltender to keep that one out of the net, close in on that shot.
30 seconds to go on the power play as London enters the zone. Stops, avoids a hit, still has possession. Puck fished out by Miller. Miller forced behind the net, gives that one off to London, now up high to Ziemba. Ziemba back down to London. London puts a shot on, and Michelezzi covers that one up.
Another great job by the Toledo defense to clear out that crease. That is something that they have excelled at so far on this penalty kill. They're keeping their guys out, and no problem for the goaltender stopping those pucks from outside the faceoff circle. If you're IUP, take advantage of that open room and move inside, get a little bit more aggressive. If they're spending a guy just staying in front of the net, challenge him and make sure you're getting shots off close in on the goal.
Now here's a shot in tight, but another try, that one just wide. And now here's Toledo gaining some steam shorthanded. They're going to dump that one in further. Now even strength for both sides.
Delayed offside's going to force Toledo to step off on this forecheck.
Missed pass, Trimber the intended target, and that one is going to be iced down, so Toledo's able to possibly get some new Offense out there, they're not going to go for a change. Everyone remains.
Yeah, I'm surprised, especially on that icing, but I guess IUP really isn't that tired. They've been out there not too long since that last whistle, so he will try to get this defensive zone draw.
Toledo gets that one. Shot from the point. That one patted away by Stahl. Puck still free, and that one hits the crossbar. Went over Stahl, but it somehow stays out.
That can be a goalie's worst nightmare, is that puck just free falling in the blue paint. Luckily, it bounces away in IUP's favor.
Getting some separation is Stokes. He'll send that one up. Icing is waved off.
Great hustle there by the forward LeBeau.
That puck now to Trimber as he takes a spill, and there's going to be a penalty here.
And it'll end up being a slash against IUP. I think Trimber will head off. You're shaking your head.
It's going to be a penalty against
wow.
Trevor Stokes. Believe he cross-checked or interfered with Dominic Trimber, and IUP back out on the power play.
Yeah, I saw it when Stahl hit that or made contact. That was when the whistle was blown, not when the shot was taken. And so surprised actually that a crowd didn't gather afterwards, but IUP heads back to the power play here. Obviously their last chance. They've had some good looks and they've gotten shots with the man advantage. They haven't converted though yet.
Tied up big time on the draw. Pushing that puck forward is Messier. Takes it at neutral ice. Puck settled down by Malloy.
Great burst of speed by Messier, moving to exactly where the puck was going to bounce and seeing that all the way through.
Toledo's very good off the face-off, winning those key battles. Here's Malloy entering the zone. Malloy stops, up to Soy. Soy dishes it to Adams, back to himself. Soy puts a shot on just wide of the net.
Beautifully timed play, had Malloy in front, and it was a good enough screen to get that shot off.
Ziembo waits and pads stopped by Michelezzi. Adams can't control it. Soy dumps that one down further, and Toledo will dump it down. No icing here. No offsides either, as Messier waits behind the net. Great defense by Soy to get back.
Yeah, just kind of spun himself off of it, although for Messier, obviously you want to get that shot off, but a goal's not the worst thing as he takes a shot on his way off.
And Ziemba tried to dance through the defense, and a 2-on-0 back the other way. Here's Pellegrino, waits, and a shorty for Toledo, and that'll rile up the bench.
Yeah, we talk about defensemen getting part of the play. He only has one goal in the season, now make that two for Pellegrino, but he's able to completely change gears in the neutral zone, poke it ahead, and it was a 2-on-0 for a second. Great job by Pellegrino to get that inside, takes that shot, ices Stahl, makes it a 3-2 game, their second lead of the second period.
You have to give props where it's due. This Toledo special teams unit, whether with the man advantage or down one, has been phenomenal these past couple nights, and they strike yet again. 45 seconds ago on the power play. Toledo fresh off a shorty, and IUP trying to get this puck out of their own end. Miller pushes it forward, gives it to London. London skates up through neutral ice, dances through the defense, puts a shot on. No, he doesn't. Great defense to lay out to put that puck away from London.
I love that confidence play by London. He saw the defender there, and instead of skating around him like most players will do, went right through him, just couldn't get that shot off.
Toledo dumping that puck down again, 10 seconds ago with the man advantage. Rarick retreats behind his own net. Send that one back to Boker, now even strength. Not the greatest look for the power play. They concede the shorty, and they're not able to clear that one out. Now here's Seitz give and go with Miller, 2-on-1. He has Miller, and another one for Shane Miller. Second of the night, and he'll tie this one.
And we talked about puck carriers being aggressive, and Miller there saw that puck at open ice, and instead of, just trying to control possession, maybe dropping it back, wait for reinforcements, he just went full speed ahead, went on, created a 2-on-1 opportunity seemingly out of nowhere, and takes that shot. No mistake under the glove of Michelezzi.
Great pass from the defensive zone, and, London was there for the pass, but the confidence in the shot by Shane Miller, he didn't need the pass. He got it right past the goaltender, and we're tied up at 3.
And that's where IUP scores, is normally within a minute or two of the opposition scoring, the job to even the score.
Great shot block by Aiden Seitz. Great hit by Dunham to finish him off. Now Toledo buzzing in the offensive zone. Here's Pellegrino from the point. Easy shot deflected into the corner by Stahl. Cross crease pass broken up by the stick of Stahl yet again.
It's offside, yep. Clear into the offensive zone, hit a player on his way back, and Toledo will be caught with a neutral zone draw after that.
7:45 to go in the second period. This one a lot more tightly contested and a little bit more even than last night. I believe Toledo went home, did some homework, and able to kind of figure out IUP just a little bit, keeping this one close, 3-3.
Yeah, done a great job at assessing what IUP did well last night and moving to it, but equal props to IUP changing. So obviously this is a completely different looking team than last night.
Indeed it is. Now here's Soy struggling with the puck in his own end, gets it to Richie Wild. Up the ice, setting that one on net, just a little wide for Jacob Fetzer. Sinicki having trouble controlling that one. And into the zone is Riddick.
Great body there by Sinicki to take out his man.
Yeah, Keaton looked like he was buzzing in the zone, but better body by Sinicki. Sends that one intended for Fetzer, picked off in the neutral zone, glove down by Stahl. He'll give that one right back to Blake. Here's Ziemba. Couldn't get that pass to Blutcher, excuse me. Oh, what an open ice hit by Sinicki. Now back the other way as Toledo puts a move on by Forwinski. Delayed call by IUP. The puck's still moving. And finally the whistle blows. Going back to that open ice hit, Sinicki took a little bit of a risk, went for the hit. It didn't cost him on the score sheet, but you got to be careful with that. You know, he's a very physical defenseman, but you got to watch the defensive end as well.
Absolutely, and it's so tough to execute defensive line changes like that. He had to come up to get onto the bench, obviously, and he was in the area. Hey, might as well throw the body. But, hey, on his way off, you got to make sure that your guys are getting back. Luckily, they were able to, but line changes in the second period, I say it every game, but they are so tough to pull off. If you're defending, I should say.
Oh, quick try in front, and it's going to go a little wide. Toledo on the power play. 1 for 2 on the night so far. A shot from the goal line, whiffed on that one. Down low, puts a shot on, and that one just wide of Stahl. Look a lot more organized with the man advantage. Now here's Pellegrino. Gives that one off to Stokes, who looks to start this power play for Toledo. He'll enter the zone. Stokes looks over down low. Cross to Pellegrino to the point. Pellegrino, nothing but time, puts that one on net. Sticked away by Stahl, puts another shot. That one blocked by his own man. No clear for IUP, they keep it in. Seitz battling on the boards, picked up by Mayer. Still a battle. Mayer gets it up to the point. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Chase Malloy trying to dig that puck free. No progress just yet. Toledo, great job keeping this puck in. Now a shot, that one somehow saved by Jared Stahl, able to get over there just in time.
I don't know that he knew where it was, but I think he felt it somewhere in his pad and just elected to hold on and stop the play. Good job by the goaltender. Almost a minute and 20 into this power play, but I love what the coaches are doing with the IUP forwards. They're bringing guys out there like Malloy, like Rarick, and now we're seeing it with Adams and London. These are guys that are going to attack the puck carrier. They're playing a lot more closer man-to-man as opposed to how they started the game and got beat playing zone and playing a lot more passive. Now you get your speedy guys like Adams to attack the guys at the point, not allow them to get set up, and because of that, not too many shots are getting off.
Oh, the missed one-timer by, I believe that was, it was Messier. Sinicki gets that one to Zach Soy. 18 seconds to go on the power play. He'll kill some time in his own end and dump that one down.
Smart heads-up play to just clear that one down after taking a couple extra seconds off. Hey, that's the difference between them having 15 seconds coming up the ice and 3 like they do now.
Into the zone is Oviedo. Leaves that one for Messier, and just wide of the net. Even strength now. Sent down low. Soy gets a stick on that one. Intercepted by Oviedo. Now London takes it himself. Kept in the zone by the Rockets. He'll send that one further. Adams chips this one up in the hopes that London gets it. Ferreira dumps it back into the IUP zone. 4:05 to go in the second period. Still 3-3. Quick pass up to Rear. Couldn't hold on to it. Kept in the zone. Here's Nadeau. Gets past Soy. Gets past. And what a pad stop by Jared Stahl. Stays with Nadeau the whole way. Messier forgets the puck. Tried to look for a shot. Couldn't get there. Jared Stahl playing with a forward stick.
Yeah, Maddox Rurick out there without a stick. And actually, he's the only one out there that wasn't on the penalty kill.
And then finally that puck, sent out of the zone. Jared Stahl still unable to get his goalie stick. Waiting for a stoppage of play, playing with Maddox Rurick's stick.
And some of these guys have been out there for a while for IUP. They need a whistle soon.
Here's Boker. Soy pinned up on the boards. That one going in front of the blue. No one was there, though. Nice skate block by Sinicki. Another block by Sinicki. Now Beaverson at the point. He waits. He puts a shot on. Stick save thanks to Maddox Rurick.
Beautiful play there by Stahl to, again, use the equipment. Hey, it might not be his, but he is able to use it. Keep that puck out of the net. Deflected to out of harm's way.
The Rockets, you have to give them a lot of credit here. They're able to keep the pressure on and prevent this IUP squad from changing. They know they're tired.
Yep, talked about the tough changes in the second period. And obviously, Soy, Sinicki, and Adams have been out there for a while since the last penalty kill. And IUP will have to kill off another.
Short-handed slashing going to be the call against Blake Sinicki. Not Blake Sinicki. He's going off for a change.
I think it's Adams or Soy. Either way, it's one of the guys that were out there for an extended period of time.
2:25 to go in this second period.
And that's the tax that fatigue has on a player is, again, you've been out there for 3-4 minutes, and hey, it doesn't sound like a ton of time, but when you're already shorthanded and you're getting beat in your own end, it's really tough to turn those legs. Sometimes you're going to have to use your stick. It results in a slash and a power play.
Kept in by Basson. Gives it down low. Working with it is Mayer. Now back up to Pellegrino. Over to the wing to Stokes. One-timer opportunity by Nadeau. Fans on the shot. Working with it again is Nadeau. Circling. Now in front and just missing the net was Toledo. Nadeau puts a shot on that one. Blocked away by Stahl, and he's going to jump on that one.
A little bit of contact in front. Some fans wanted a penalty, but they'll stay 5-on-4. Another thing with Toledo and their power play being out there as opposed to IUP's penalty kill and them trying to defend them, IUP is not getting clears down the ice, and that is a huge problem because the guys that are on the ice for Toledo, hey, while it's the same penalty or power play unit that's been out there, these guys didn't have to go back and forth down the ice to collect the puck. They're staying on offense and keeping that confidence. Now you have guys out there. Rurick was out there for an extended period of time earlier. Miller getting some penalty kill action. IUP's just hoping to take down the clock and see out the remainder of the second period.
Yeah, the Rockets have been putting it on IUP as of late. Another shot from the point, gobbled up by Stahl.
Yeah, you can see a lot more rapid with the line changes for IUP, taking advantage of the whistles to actively change the line that's out there.
Tied up on the draw. Donovan gets that in, a much-needed clear, and they're going to hustle off for a change.
Great play there by the defender to step up on that face-off and clear it immediately.
Minute 5 to go on the power play as Toledo starts this one from their own end. Taking it is Ferreria. We'll dump that one in to the IUP zone. Hit along the boards is Donovan. Now he's pinned. Sticking that one out is Oviedo, and that one not fully cleared by IUP. Took a weird bounce, and Oviedo still has it in the zone. Up to the point to Winnick. Down to Oviedo. 1 minute to go in the second period. Here's Ferreria. On the near side, he'll dump that one in further. LeBeau, goal scorer in this game. Here's Oviedo. Going behind the net. Chased by Ziemba, who loses a stick. At the point, Ferreria will choose to dump that one to the opposite corner. Shot through traffic. That one stopped by Stahl and tipped out by IUP. And delayed offside for Toledo.
Yeah, don't love that play by the Rockets. Instead of circling back and keeping possession, they like to dump it in and create a delayed offside.
Oviedo puts a shot on, blocked by Donovan. 18 seconds ago in this second period. Working with his Pellegrino, 10 seconds to go now. Pellegrino switches the ice. 5 seconds ago, they got to get a shot on. Messier puts a shot, and that one covered up by Stahl with under 2 seconds to go.
Yeah, that puck there disappearing in those black pads, and Stahl certainly complacent to just take down the last 1.8, but we'll have a draw before the end of the period. We'll say, as opposed to last night's game in the second period where we saw a lot of physicality and players going at each other and a little bit of cheap stuff here and there, tonight both teams are very focused on the game plan and far more focused with getting the game-breaking goal to put their team up by 1 instead of those petty hits here and there.
Shot off the draw, blocked, and that will do it for the second period. We're knotted up at 3 apiece. 2 goals from both sides in this second period. Alex, what do you have to say?
Beyond entertaining matchup between these two teams. Love to see what these guys come out with in the third period, but either way, it's been a hard-fought battle tonight. We're here for the last 20 minutes.
And we will see the third period of action in 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our broadcast tonight. It's a 3-3 game. Nothing has been solved in 40 minutes. So the third period of action between Toledo and IUP coming here shortly. Tied up, Toledo getting the draw, and they're going to dump it right in to IUP territory. This has been a completely different group than last night. That's really been the head storyline. Much more aggressive off the face-off, a lot more confidence, better passing, better shooting by the Rockets as a whole, and they've tied it up at 3. So the Rockets clear their end, getting the red. Attempted to get that one to Keaton, just a little ahead of him. Centering pass, great chop of the stick by Malloy, and he's going to take the puck himself.
I don't want to take away from the forwards right now, but Ziemba here stepping up to make that play there. He had 2 great poke checks before the puck made it into the zone, and then finished his man on the far boards.
IUP can't get that puck out, no offside, and now it will be. Metric gets that one up to Miller. 2 goals on the night for the forward. Takes a tumble, no call made. He's going to get right back up, and it goes to Malloy. Malloy, with patience, looks, cross crease. Metric couldn't get a stick on it. Sinicki sends that to the corner boards. Miller blocks that, keeps it in. Walking the line. And Toledo will get this one out. Sinicki onside, now off, takes a hit. Now Soy will reset in the neutral zone. Adams with a saucer pass intended for Sinicki, but that one will be fished away by Winnick. Picked off by Maddox Rurick in neutral ice. Rurick over to Adams, and great pass by Rurick, and Adams just couldn't get a good handle on the stick to get the shot off.
Yeah, a little too far ahead, had 2 defenders converging on his point, and again,
and here's an opportunity. Adams in the high slot, falling down, delayed penalty. And a tripping call going against Toledo.
It's the 3rd time this period an IUP forward hit the ice after contact in the first call this period, but IUP will take the man advantage. We'll see if they have a new look. We saw them come out with a new look on the penalty kill, which was unsuccessful early. Now the power play, also unsuccessful early. Let's see if they have a different look here. And it looks like there will be. Looks like Donovan will step up to be part of this power play unit as one of the, or as the sole defender out there quarterbacking this power play.
You know, there's been a lot of stoppages tonight, lots of 4-on-4 hockey. Feel like IUP's had more opportunities on the power play, but they are 0 for 1 tonight. Miller pinned on the boards, gets away from him, and gets the puck right back. Miller looks over his options, goes to Donovan at the point, pulls the trigger, and a glove stop by Mitchell Leslie.
Yeah, another great play by the defenders in front. That's what they've excelled on every time that they're in their own end, is they're able to get to the middle and clear out the crease. That is a huge reason why the goaltender's been able to make such a high amount of saves, 20 saves on 23 shots tonight.
Draw one back by the Hawks. Donovan dumps it down low to Miller. Back up to Donovan, over to London. London tried to get that one to Boker. Miller couldn't hold on to it. Minute 30 to go on the power play. Here's London, puts a shot on, blocked in traffic. Back over to Miller, down low at the goal line. Here's London. That one blocked, and Toledo takes advantage and clears and gets a fresh set of legs out there.
A little bit of hardware hitting the ice on that blocked shot. I don't know what that was. Either way, the debris getting cleared. IUP needs to get into the offensive zone halfway through this power play.
Having trouble resetting, and it goes right back into the hands of the penalty killers, and a very smart move to dump it into their zone and dump it the length of the ice. And here's Messier, the aggressive penalty killer for Toledo, and this is a penalty kill shift right here. Heck of a job by the Rockets.
And specifically Nadeau, he's the one retrieving in the neutral zone, sending it back to his 2 defensemen, and they just killed off about 30 seconds of IUP's power play just by doing that. Obviously the scoring leader on this Toledo team, also getting it done on the penalty kill.
Ziemba gets that puck down low, sends it to the slot, and Malloy couldn't get it. Great stick by Stokes. 15 seconds to go. Here's Adams on the far side. Adams goes down low to Metric in tight, and Malloy just missing the nets. Ziemba with the puck, sends it down low, try to get it to Malloy. That puck misdirected, and back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, just past the 4-minute mark into this third period. IUP had that opportunity on the power play. Didn't really get set up, though. Didn't get some high-quality shots in.
Puck battle behind the net. Metric picks this one up. Now battle along here. Adams attempted to keep that one in, but Toledo back the other way. A 3-on-2 if they hurry. Puts the moves on, and that one not able to be covered. Point-blank shot by Stahl. That puck is still loose. Finally, the whistle blows, and Jared Stahl remains strong.
1-on-1 with the puck carrier and the goaltender right in the slot. Teed it up, full clapper, sent it in, and Stahl shut it down. Got down low, stayed aggressive to the puck. Looking like a little Marc-Andre Fleury out there, getting really close with it, staying low. Yeah, his body's not taking up everything, and he's not in the butterfly position, but he's making the saves. Great job by the #1 goaltender.
And if you're IUP, you cannot let those opportunities happen. You have to control the rebound, put it into the corner in order to avoid those very close calls, because a bounce can take the lead in this one.
Yeah, we'll give props to S&T Bank Arena. The ice surface today is very smooth, and they've done a good job at making sure that even though the temperature has gotten higher in Pennsylvania, the ice surface is staying smooth, and the boys can go out there and play their full game.
Dunham barely keeping that one in. Now Seitz rips it, and that one, good save by Michelezzi. Banked off the glass, and Toledo sends it down, and an icing. Going to be called here, so IUP with a chance to get some offense in the zone.
Yeah, and I will say, and talking about the facilities, did you see that video? It was Temple versus University of Pennsylvania. Completely fogged out, like from the 70s over in eastern Pennsylvania. So obviously that hot front moving through, affecting some teams, but not the ice here at S&T Bank.
Very good to hear, as Toledo will win the defensive zone draw. Off the icing. Waiting behind the net is Pellegrino. Sends it up the ice. Great pass to Nadeau. Puts a shot on and right into the trapper of Stahl.
Great confident save. Snaring that one for the stoppage. We'll take this pause in the action to go to the top 5 in the November Mustache Challenge hosted by IUP Men's Hockey. At #1, Connor Winsky with $436. Eric Dennis behind, $367. Richie Wild, $166. Blake Sinicki, $162. Shane Miller, $124, rounding out the top 5. Donations will end tonight. The tally will be posted soon. All money will be donated to the Western PA Veterans Relief Fund. We thank you for your generous support, especially after last game. We got a ton of donations last night.
Yes, and we, again, just want to thank everybody for donating and listening to our calls on the YouTube channel. We appreciate the support.
Trimber there stepping off. I was surprised he didn't take that intentional offsides because it looked dangerous going the other way. But IUP getting set in the neutral zone.
Here's Bluchter. Tried to lay a hit, and he was the one ended up on the ice. Donovan keeps it in for the Hawks. Trimber plays the body. Here's Bluchter. Can't keep this one in. Here's Ziemba. Lift that one into the zone and go for a full line change.
Yeah, now we're into the crunch time of this third period. These two teams still tied at 3. At this point, it's who makes the first mistake.
Metric sends that one up and a little wide by Zach Soy. Sinicki puts a shot, just barely missing the net. Soy has to go back and retreat this one, and Toledo will take advantage. Soy with some speed, sends that to Malloy at the neutral zone. Now with Shane Miller, he's been dangerous, puts a shot on. Great block by Stokes. Attempting to find that puck in the near corner boards. Metric comes away with it, and he can't control it. He had Malloy right out in the front. Getting past his man is Keaton. Keaton for Toledo. Pins Soy on the boards. 12:50 to go in the second period. Puts a shot on Stahl, and he's there to stand again. Shots 23-24 in favor of the Rockets. Puck squirts away. Here's Keaton in close centering pass. Great stick by Sinicki to block that one. Leaving the zone is Miller. He's taken down in a penalty. Gonna go against the Rockets.
Yeah, rough evidence, especially when the stick is still attached to the carrier who went down. So IUP will have another opportunity with the man advantage. And normally you're going to celebrate these, but for the Crimson Hawks, hey, the work is not done. They need to convert on this opportunity. You're not going to have power plays every 2 minutes here and there. You got to convert when you have the opportunity. And in a tied game, it's going to be 4-on-4.
They're going to penalize Shane Miller as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it might have been embellishment. I'll keep my headset off in case we get the official call. But 57 will sit as well.
And that's a big loss if you're IUP. He's got 2 goals on the night. Majority, and he's got 3 points. He's contributed to every single goal for IUP. Some trouble as Ziemba takes it in his own end, reverses the puck. Donovan to play it, bodies fly. Now here's Donovan exiting the zone. That one picked off by Toledo. They're going to keep it in the zone. This looks dangerous. Messier with a shot and a blocker save by Stahl.
So just as a tidbit, what came across the PA, Miller caught for a holding call.
And Toledo still looking dangerous. Quick pass to Messier and another blocker save. Pad save by Stahl. It's another stick save. Redirected to the corner. Toledo buzzing on this 4-on-4. Puck gets away. Messier, he's been on fire. Couple shots. Get that one. Little one-timer off the glove of Stahl. Not covered, though. Quick pass. Still kept in tight by the Rockets. Tremendous shift for this unit right here. Now this one sticked away and an opportunity for IUP. London pushes this one ahead. Rarick puts a backhander on net, crashing into the net. And the net is knocked off the moorings, and some unhappy Toledo fans.
Toledo fans and players, everybody coming to the scene of the crash. Looks like Michelezzi is good in net. He takes that helmet off, and they'll sit for a little bit. It shouldn't be a penalty either way. Obviously, there was contact in front. And, well, Peyton, you're signaling otherwise.
Yeah, I just saw the official talking to Trent London, and he's going to get penalized for this.
Goaltender interference against Trent London, and playing at that speed and how close they were, it's tough to make that call at this point in the game.
Coach Hanzo and GM Derek Connor not happy about the call whatsoever, arguing that Trent London was pushed into the netting. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay to go back on. We're just going to have to watch it again later. But this is a really big point, really pivotal part of the game, Alex. This is an opportunity for Toledo, 4-on-3 for the next 39 seconds. Then they'll be on the man advantage.
And if you're IUP right now, you need to have something great drawn up for this penalty kill. Stahl has kept them in the game over the last 6 minutes. 27 shots total against him with 24 saves. He is a huge reason why IUP is even tied in this game. He's keeping them in it right now. And now 4-on-3. Penalty killers need to stay aggressive, stick to their game plan, and kill this one off.
Toledo off the draw win. That's a very nice win on the draw. Messier from the point, that one just wide. Keeping this one in is Oviedo. And now it's a miscommunication, and now Boker's on his horse. Boker foot race for the puck with Ferreria. And this one squirts out to center ice. Zach Soy gets a stick on that one and sends it further.
Got to give Boker credit there. He had a lot more real estate to cover, and he did it and met him at the line. And as much as he didn't get possession, able to stop the pass from going up ice.
Great shot block by Zach Soy. Here's Messier behind the net. Dumps it to Oviedo, up to the point. Ferreria puts a shot No trouble there as it goes right into the glove of Jared Stahl, and it's 5-on-4 hockey now.
Yeah, saw that one all the way through. Got in the butterfly position, just snagged that one as he faces his 28th of the night in goal.
So minute 17 to go on the Trent London goalie interference penalty. 10:22 to go in the third period. Still knotted at 3 apiece. Last goal scored at 8:23 in the second period by Shane Miller. That puck stuck on the boards, trying to stick it free. Officials haven't blown it dead just yet. It squirts out, and here's Messier. Messier, backhanded pass up to the point. Gets it right back to him, pulls a toe drag, and he couldn't get past him. Toledo keeping it in.
Great heads-up play at the point to keep that puck going by Winnick.
Ferreira now back. We'll give it to Nadeau. Excuse me, that's Oviedo. Saucer pass to Ferreira. That one sent down even further behind the net of IUP. Toledo, 30 seconds to go on the power play. Back up to Ferreira. One-timer from the point, and that one deflects off the pad and directly up to the roof. 25 seconds to go on the power play and stoppage.
Job by Stahl moving with the pass and staying with it, playing close enough to the goal to allow as much real estate in between that shot and where it would end up on his pads, deflecting it into the ceiling and getting that whistle. 25 seconds on that power play.
9.5 to go. Miller in the dot with Nadeau. Nadeau on the face-off deke. Doesn't work for him as IUP sends this one down the length of the ice. Attempting to set this power play up is Pellegrino as he gives it to Stokes. Stokes pressured by Miller. Outskates him, but Miller wins the final battle and clear it, and we're back to even strength.
Shane Miller playing a beautiful two-way game. Like you said, he's been a part of every IUP goal tonight, and there, getting that down the ice.
And we have another penalty. Interference going to go against the Rockets.
Yeah, Wild tripped up on the near side trying to get to the puck, played too much of the body instead of the placement of the puck and trying to protect it. IUP will go to the man advantage.
IUP has not been great on the power play at all against Toledo, only converting 3 times, one time in 6 attempts. This is their 7th. Not a great percentage, but it's a pivotal part of the game as Boker wins that one back to London.
Yeah, that face-off win and control after is huge. If they can control it for about 8 seconds, which they have done, it's good things for the IUP power play.
Boker tried to get that one off to Miller. London keeps this one in, though. Back down to Miller. Up to Trent London. London, Rearick. Now Donovan pulls a shot. That one deflected in front and goes to the corner.
Like that play by Boker. Miller also in the area. IUP trying to get a really efficient screen with the umbrella formation.
Donovan back to Rearick. Rearick pulls a shot, and that one not going to go. Hit the jersey of the goaltender. It stays out somehow.
Miller looking for another one there on the doorstep.
Donovan back to Maddox Rearick. Slap shot. That one blocked out in front by LeBeau. And the clear not able to work, and now it finally gets pushed out. Maddox Rearick keeps ahead with it. Good puck control as he enters the zone again. Shot just wide. Under a minute to go on the power play. Puck controlled by Faubert, and they're going to dump it down and get some fresh bodies for both sides.
IUP there stuck in the neutral zone, had their 2 point guys as well as one of their wingers up in the neutral zone. Couldn't keep that puck in. Now they only have 30 seconds to work with.
Adams sends this one up to Metric, who sends it even further. Messier dumps it down. Soy with great hand-eye to keep it in. Pellegrino slaps it hard off the boards and will send it down to Jared Stahl. 15 seconds to go. IUP needs to move.
Only one shot for IUP.
Soy trying to find an outlet, and he does with Metric. Metric gains the zone. Metric, the stick poke check by Michelezzi, and then we're back to even strength. IUP does not convert. 0 for 3 tonight with the man advantage. Now a give and go with Messier as he enters the offensive zone. Messier, give and go. Messier with a shot and an even better save by Jared Stahl.
He has been everywhere in that blue paint tonight. Stahl, huge reason why. Like we said earlier, IUP is still tied.
Under 6.5 to play in this one. And this one, high intensity. Stokes entering the zone, puts a shot on and right into the red basket of Jared Stahl.
And we'll get another offensive zone draw for Toledo. Killing off that last power play with ease almost. And IUP spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, but just couldn't convert on shots. And look, it's great having puck control and drawing defenders out, but if those pucks aren't getting on net, your defenders aren't going to get tired at all. And is what really hit IUP over that last power play.
Win by the Rockets, just wide of Stahl. Fishing this one out is IUP. They get it out of the zone. Took a weird bounce, but it's back into the Flash's zone. The Rockets. Great hit by Trimber behind the play, but here's Toledo just wide for Oviedo. Oviedo sends this one down, pressuring is Bassan. He's pinned by Soy, picked up by Sinicki. Send that to the neutral zone, settled down by Brown. Picked up by LeBeau. LeBeau forced on the outside by Miola. LeBeau, pass out in front, and a great block by Sinicki to prevent that one from getting on net.
Yeah, streaking in to make that play right off the bench. We said his name earlier, but Nate Neistat making some huge plays there, just getting the shots in. That puck just came out of the scrum. Nobody expected him to be there, came straight off the bench, beelined in, and got a shot off. It's his third shot on goal tonight that I've seen, and they're certainly quality.
Toledo on the draw win, but they can't control it in the offensive zone. Now here's Ziemba in his own end. Tries to send this to Richie Wild, and a whistle is blown. See, it looks like the net was off the moorings a little bit. Officials are going to correct that. And it really is starting to get to crunch time. Just a little over 5 minutes to play in this one, and we're still tied at 3.
Yeah, now eclipsing 31 shots are the Toledo Rockets, and again, high volumes in the offensive zone. Certainly different than what we saw last night. This team has done great to make adjustments.
And IUP looked to dump it in the zone, but the roof of S&T Bank had other ideas as it hits the light, surprisingly staying on.
Yeah, made a weird metallic noise up there, but we enter the final 5 minutes of this third period. And like we said 10 minutes ago, at this point, it's who makes the first mistake.
Fetzer keeping it in the zone. Still with possession. Sends it up. Donovan with the one-timer. That one gets on net, but nothing more. Boker with a backhand, and Michelezzi had to be ready with the pad. Here's Wild. Still behind the net, taking some hits, but still maintaining possession. With it is Neistat. They're going to dump it down. Icing's going to be waved off. Great wheels by LeBeau. Hit from behind by Ziemba. LeBeau still with possession. LeBeau sends this one up to the point. Pulls a shot off the post. He almost had him. That puck then just goes to the net, and wow, IUP bailed out by a ringing post.
Yeah, they will certainly take that whistle and stoppage outside of the final 4.5. And again, Stalzy doing his job, making sure that that puck stopped. Just in time for the Crimson Hawks to get a line change. Their top line out there now to take this defensive zone faceoff.
Heck of a wrist shot by Justin Beaverson. Just not enough to get it in the back of the net. 3-3, 4:15 to play in the third. Sinicki dumps it off the glass and will go out of play.
We take this opportunity to look at the schedules coming up for these two teams. IUP, after this game wraps up here, they'll take on West Virginia University next Saturday. And they won't have a game until early January. The same goes for the University of Toledo playing Oakland University on the road on Saturday, January 6th. So they have a while off after this IUP game wraps up.
Under 4 minutes now to play. Good hit by Maddox Rick. Good keep by Sinicki. Call him Drake with the jump man.
Look at that extension at center ice.
Beaverson gains the zone, puts a shot on, and that one enters the blue paint, but it stays out. Still kept in the zone, puts a shot on. Great hit by Sinicki out front to prevent a deflection. Beaverson with another try. That one just wide. IUP's in some trouble.
Salzy got a piece of that with the glove. Just barely kept it out.
Pellegrino drives in just a little beside the net. Cycles up to the point. IUP now gains possession and trying to get that one to London. Great stick by Pellegrino. Pellegrino with a shot pad stopped by Stahl. And this one is going to be iced down. No icing here, no icing. Waved off at the last second. IUP very grateful. And they get a fresh set of legs out there.
Yeah, it was because of that angle change by Brown. Instead of chasing the puck directly, he went where it was going to meet him. That was enough to wave off the icing.
Miller will dump it into the Toledo zone. Michelezzi goes out to play it behind the net. And wow, hits the coaching staff of the Toledo.
Yeah, that was a laser
that
directly
was,
to the bench. Wow.
He was trying to bounce that off the boards, but you got to hope he's okay. Those coaches don't wear padding.
Certainly not, but yeah, it was a pretty hard shot over to the side, but good news for IUP. It's an offensive zone draw. Trying to get some momentum out there, and obviously got Miller out there. He's been the one creating opportunities for IUP. He's got to do it again in the final 2.5.
Metric up to Donovan, sends it back down to Malloy. Malloy pulls a move, can't get past Brown though. Leaving the zone is Winnick. 2:15 to go in this third period. Winnick pulls a move, but Ziemba's there. And a whistle's blown, and
net came off.
Yes, the net did come off. I thought I heard the official say offside, but yes, net came off, and some changes going to be made for IUP.
We'll see. I think they are going to bring it all the way out to the neutral zone for this draw. Again, because it was the forward going into the post without contact. And it'll be a neutral zone draw. IUP wins it, and they're able to control possession after.
Here's Soy. Gets that one to London. Rarick gets a stick on it. Keeping it in the zone. Stokes tried to clear. He'll go behind the net. Stokes bounces it off the boards. Now here's a pass. Give and go. Puts a shot on right into the glove of Stahl. And the bells are ringing here at S&T.
Yeah, another save to the left side. You normally hear the phrase, ring 10 bells. Well, there have been 10 great saves by Stahl over the last two periods to keep this game tied. And another one there with the glove.
Offensive zone draw. Toledo with the shot right off of it, and Stahl reaches up to get that one.
Able to get that glove up there all the way upstairs and meet that puck. And that is a sign of a great and consistent goaltender. Able to use his glove, knowing exactly where the puck's going to be and moving his arm to get in the way of that shot. Either way, great goaltending on both sides of the puck tonight.
Extremely great goaltending. That's the reason we're so close. Now here's a chip into the zone. Icing waved off yet again. Malloy stayed with him.
Yeah, it didn't have enough steam to make it across the red line either.
Dumped back in by Toledo, and he crashes into the net. That was Messier. Hope he's going to be okay. Those do not feel good at all.
Now you can tell Soy was a little bit hesitant to touch that puck afterwards too, expecting a whistle maybe, and the stick was involved in the contact. And the referee's doing a good job keeping the whistles away and letting the guys play.
Now here's Miller up the neutral zone. That one, great play by Pellegrino. Now with Metric. Try to get it to Miller. A little miscommunication there.
Yeah, tough zone entry there for the Crimson Hawks.
1 minute to go in the third period, and this is where it counts. Here's Metric. Looks to pass. Great defense. Now here's Miller just hitting the post. He had an opening, and Michelezzi hugged the post as tight as he could. Now here's Adams. Another try. Not covered. Rebounded. Donovan from the point. A great pad stop, and a whistle is blown. With 38 seconds, I think the netting did come off whenever Michelezzi hugged the post.
Yeah, it's certainly not even on that side. Yeah, the left side of the net doesn't look even with the right. Either way, beautiful play by Miller to take that snapshot in close. Sometimes you'll see guys dangle around, try to move into the slot. He just took that shot, picked his spot under the blocker, and just that close from getting the lead inside the final minute of the third period.
So Maddox Rurik will tend the dot for this offensive zone draw. And for Toledo is LeBeau. Won back by IUP. 35 seconds to go. Maddox Rurik gets that puck down low. Rurik tries to center it. And now here's Donovan. Puts a shot on. Blocker. Pad stop by Michelezzi. Crashed into the boards. 20 seconds now to go. Donovan does his part to keep it in. Now it's taken out by Forinski. Forinski gaining speed in that one. Not going to be able to hit the net. Hugging the post is Stahl. He's able to cover that one up with 10 seconds to go in the third period.
Forinski there batting that one to the slot area. Stahl doing a great job of getting on that puck before a Toledo stick did. And he's able to pause play with 10.1 showing on the clock.
Big draw right here. Most reliant man for IUP, Jeffrey Boker, not able to win the draw. Shot through traffic, rebounded, 5 seconds to go. And Soy is going to wait this clock out to prevent any potential opportunities. And Alex, we're going to overtime.
Yes, we are. And, nothing against IUP. Obviously, they've had a strong game. And last night was a really strong game. But this game, they are playing very conservative. You can see over those last 10 seconds, just perfectly complacent, keeping it in their own end. So we'll have a quick 2-minute breather before the OT period.
All righty, we will be back in a few short moments. Don't go anywhere. Overtime. S&T Bank Arena, Indiana, Pennsylvania. 3-on-3 hockey. Strap in, folks.
Crimson Hawks and Rockets going at it. It's been an even game throughout. It's going to be an entertaining overtime period.
Adams looked like he was going to go straight into the zone, decides to retreat. Now, in these 3-on-3 games, You don't want to take the first opportunity presented. You want to be a little bit more conservative. Again, there are only 3 guys. One slip up could mean a 2-on-1 the other way. Gliding into the zone is Pellegrino. Fended off by Soy, who he's pinned on the boards. Up to the point, here's Messier. Deeks past Adams, puts a shot on, and he scores! Toledo gets the game winner. None other than the captain, Garrett Mayer, beats Jared Stahl. Wow.
Garrett Mayer wide open outside, just inside the face-off circle, and IUP having trouble controlling it after that opening draw, and Toledo winning the neutral ice battle. And it will send IUP back, splitting the series between Toledo Rockets and the Crimson Hawks. We look at the 3 stars of the game. 3rd star going to Shane Miller. The Crimson Hawk had 3 points on the night. Huge reason why the Crimson Hawks were able to get to the overtime period, and it kept his team in it. Garrett Mayer notching the 2nd star of the game with a game winner. Great night for him. He had a great night last night as well, and he comes out and shuts down the overtime period just 35 seconds in. And the number 1 star of the game, facing 38 shots, getting 34 saves, has to be the Crimson Hawks goaltender. And as much as I would love to give it to Michelizzi, Stahl had a great game as well and put up the saves to back up the Crimson Hawks all the way up to overtime in order to get just a little bit more credit in the loss to Toledo.
Well, you got to hand it to these Rockets. This group has silenced and shocked the Crimson Hawks crowd, and this is not what they expected whatsoever. Toledo now gets bumped to 4-13. IUP 14-7 after this one. And that's going to do it for our coverage of Toledo versus IUP. For my color commentator, Alexander Donaldson, my name has been Peyton Strollinger. Have a great night, everybody.